Lucy Edwards, Director of Strategic Engagement at Matterport and VHT Studios. And today we're at Hanna Real Estate. And I have two amazing guests here. So we're going to start with you, Leah. Leah Gibbons, you are the Senior Vice President and the Chief Marketing Officer at this great company. And we have our own Matterport Chief Revenue Officer, Jay Remley. So we are going to talk about the success stories for both of you and how you started in your own fields. And again, let's start with you, Leah.
Lucy, thank you for chatting with me today. I have been in real estate for 30 years, and it has been quite a journey. I actually started when I was in undergraduate school studying marketing as a receptionist in one of our offices. And for me, it was the best training ground to learn the industry. That then agents didn't have private offices. There were bullpens. You could hear everything, the deal, the way that the agents negotiated, all of their marketing that they did. It was fascinating. And then I moved up into our marketing department, became the corporate director of marketing and advertising, produced and directed our television show, did our radio spots, our print advertising, and I was going to law school in the evening. So when I graduated law school, I thought I would practice, and Hobie Hanna at that time said to me, I think you should look at going into the brokerage side of the business. So I got my real estate license, and then I got a real education in managing offices, managing regions, and then my last position in brokerage was general manager of brokerage over all of our 13 states. So it was fascinating learning about all of the different markets. And then I had the great pleasure to return to marketing in the CMO role a year ago and really look at the marketing that we're doing for our agents, for our clients, and integrating my brokerage experience into that.
And how are you applying your background with law?
So my law background comes into play every day. So when I was in sales, it was great with problem solving. Back in the marketing role, we're dealing with contracts and negotiating with our vendors all the time and really looking to streamline everything that we have. So it's been a great background.
So you do have your legal department on board,
yes.
But it's good to have your own input and your own analysis, right?
Yes, I stay in my lane. I don't pretend to be the lawyer for the organization. But I think the problem-solving skills that you develop and just situational experience, I think, is something you can apply in every area of your life.
What about you, Jay? So just how did you end up at Matterport? What's your success story? Because you are very successful at Matterport, well respected. You have great ideas, directions, visions.
Oh, I don't know about, well, I try at least to keep up with Lucy, that is. Yeah, similar. Like as Leah mentioned, she started out as in law school and getting her law degree. I started out in aviation. My undergrad's in aviation. I was gonna be a pilot. And growing up, middle school, high school in Silicon Valley, you're just surrounded by tech. And so I realized, hey, flying planes wasn't maybe what I wanted to do. So I switched and moved into high tech. And so worked around Silicon Valley for 15, 20 years, ended up at Google in 2010 to help them start their cloud business, which is now Google Cloud. And one of the teams I had there was the Google Maps team. And so we had digitized the whole external world, if you will. You could go anywhere in the palm of your hand with your phone and see anything anywhere in the world anytime. And so it was exciting. And when I left Google in 2018, I was taking time off, and our son went off to college and wanted to spend some time with the kids before they grew up. And then middle of 2019, RJ calls and says, hey, I have this opportunity here at Matterport. I just joined 6 months ago. What are you up to? And I said, I'm just taking some time off and not sure what I'm going to do next. And then he told me what he was doing here at Matterport. He says, well, we're turning buildings into data. We're digitizing the built world. And I said, interesting. That's what I tried to get Google to do in 2017. We had digitized the whole external world when I was running the Google Maps team. And couldn't get Google to go digitize the built world. And you can imagine if Google knew everything inside of this room.
Right.
And so that's what brought me to Matterport. I said, yeah, that's the next big frontier, is digitizing and bringing the built world to everybody in the palm of their hands. People know what the outside of a house looks like, or they know what the rooftop of the house looks like, but they don't necessarily experience the house inside, virtually and in a digital way. So.
Well, I'm
that's
so
what brought
happy
me here in 2019. So actually, I just celebrated 4 years. It was 4 years.
Congratulations!
This month in July.
Yeah. So. RJ Pittman, thank you for calling you.
Well, we overlapped a little bit at Google, but we
Oh.
didn't work together at Google. RJ was there a little bit before me, so
Mhm.
yeah. But anyway, it's been a great 4 years.
Yeah, no, Matterport is a great company. Really, it's so advanced and just adventurous every day. Every day, just so many bright minds, talented young people.